This thing. Hi everybody. We're like chatting behind the scenes. How are you? Welcome to the Virgo Full Moon. We only get one of these every so often, and so it's really important for us to celebrate this very special occasion. Oh yeah, my mouse. So I can say hi. Am I gonna fuck something up if I read it? Pull it. Okay, thank you.
She's easier.
I like it when she's easy. All right, y'all. So anyway, I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for coming and joining us. Please check in. Where are you coming in from tonight? It's so good to see you from Jersey. I see. Hi, Jen. Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Raylan. How are you? Hi, Kayla. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Stephanie. We're here. Vanya's here. Lex is here. It's the crew. Oh yes. Will you please admire my necklace for a minute? I was saying earlier, like, you should wear nothing but all of that rainbow moonstone. So I've been wearing this all day, rubbed myself in it. So I'm very happy to see you. I don't know what the weather's like on the East Coast and Midwest. I know it's been shitty everywhere. It's so beautiful tonight. There's the most beautiful sunset. It literally looks like angels' wings in the sky. So I'm really happy that you're here. And thank you for coming. So as per the usual, anybody new to full moon? Like, I don't think you are. I've literally been doing this for, it'll be 13 years in July. I know. It's hard because people go back and they've literally watched me age. I like to think I have aged well, but you literally can do a binge of 13 years of full moon ceremonies if you want to spend your time doing that. My Venus is in Virgo, so this is a very beautiful full moon for me personally. Virgo's how I love. So I love through the details. If I love you, I'm going to take care of you and cover all the details and make sure you have your favorite food and your favorite this and your favorite that, and the candles are just the way you want it and everything's perfect, and that's how I love. Anybody have Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus? Because tonight's gonna sort of hit different if you do. I'm so happy if you're new. It's so exciting. Hopefully you don't feel new for long. And we are here every full moon, every new moon, and then every other Tuesday I do a poorly behaved but very fun and beautiful, because the stuff is like right over here over my shoulder, live gem show. I don't know about aging in reverse, but I am holding it down, and I will continue to do that. That's Venus and Virgo. I like the details. I'm so happy to see you. Okay, if you have a Virgo Mars, you fight like a Virgo, which is kind of shitty. Virgo, listen, Virgo doesn't forget. My son's moon is in Virgo, so if your moon is in Virgo, you're going to feel tonight a little more powerfully because of the fact that this is your placement. So I want to talk about a couple of things before we start while I burn stuff and we clear out some energy. I'm not going to burn a full bundle tonight. I've really been into, in my own life, this whole idea of conservation of resources lately, which is interesting because I'm a Leo, so everything is big. I go big or go home. But I'm actually really playing with this idea of like using less and or doing more with less kind of thing, which is probably Venus and Virgo too. Virgos are very conservative. So I've been like really thinking about like each leaf of sage. This is where sage got us started, which is Salvia apiana, white sage, which is native to central, southern, and California, and then the north of Mexico, all the way to Cabo. And it is an endangered resource, so we should be conservative with how we work with white sage. You can clear with anything you want tonight, but it's my fave. You're a quad Virgo, Terry? What's that even like? I have fire to fix me. My sun and my moon are in fire signs, so I burn shit down. But you know what? You're probably very grounded, which is lovely. I don't know what that's like. But I tend to attract Virgos who will ground me, which is great. So I'm happy you're here. And even if you have nothing in Virgo, like having a stellium in Virgo, which is a concentration of planets in your natal chart, is also very powerful for Moon and Stardust. So that's pretty cool. Do you? Yeah, we send little white sage leaves. So if you're new to Sage Goddess, with every order, we send a white sage leaf, and they're all organic. So it's like the purest, most beautiful white sage you can burn. But yeah, if you don't know where your placements are, that's your homework tonight. I used to be a professor. I'm going to send you right home with some homework to figure out your placements. Because honestly, that's the place you begin. If you want to know where magic starts, you have to know your sun, moon, rising, your Venus, which is how you love, and your Mars, which is how you fight. If you don't know those things, it's really hard to do anything else, right? That's your starting point. And I'm just going to bring the white sage through the tools. And I want to invite you, as I always do, and I'm actually getting ready to go into a very serious ceremony for myself in a week. So you might see my energy. I'm shape-shifting a little bit, which we're talking about with werewolf tonight. There's a long story behind this. I am shape-shifting, which is what werewolf represents. I haven't done ceremony in, it's 2 years now officially, in March. So you're going to see me shift and evolve. How does a Virgo fight? So Virgos battle you mentally. Yeah. They love you mentally and they battle you mentally. So check your Venus and and if you're Mercury in Virgo, you're communicating like a Virgo, which means you don't talk very much. With the Virgos in my life, it's like, I have to fucking pull it out of you. Like, what are you thinking? What do you want? What do you need? Because the Leo in me wants to talk, and my Mercury's in Cancer, so I want to sing you a song about it. But anyway, if you have anything in Virgo, tonight's going to hit different for you. But the energy of werewolf is very much about shape-shifting, transforming, becoming something cleaner, brighter, different than you've been before. And so if that's where you're at right now in your life, I think tonight's going to be important for you. And then you're going to watch me do the thing. Virgos fight with facts. They do. They're always right. I mean, the thing is, like, I learned very early on from my dad, you can be right or you can have peace. So I have very little need to be right. If someone says I'm right and you're wrong, I'm usually like, great. You win. Well, I can't get into the full astrological wheel for you, but if you're Uranus and your Pluto are in Virgo, I mean, Pluto in Virgo is like, Pluto is how you experience the underworld, right? It's like how you get into the depths of your soul. So anyway, I do teach that, but tonight would be a whole digression for us. So it's good information. So I'm going to call your energy into present time. And what I'm going to tell you as I focus on the camera is, we get together for the full moon once a month. It is literally 12 times a year. I want you, a lot of you work really hard, have families, have commitments, have things that distract you from your spiritual practice. Tonight is about you and your practice. So I want you to breathe with me. I want you to notice a couple of things. Notice your spine. Make your spine straight for me. Fix your posture. I want you to notice your hips and the connection to your seat or the floor. If you're laying down, I want you to notice your entire spinal column, all the way from the top of your spine to the base of your spine, and bring that spinal column into connection with the floor so that you're level. I want you to start to come into connection with your breath. I think a Virgo full moon is really about, because it's so much healing, service, work, the core of who we are, like what we're here to do on this planet. Tonight, more than ever, we have to really ask ourselves, like, why are we here? What are we doing? And how do we bring it into alignment with what's going on the planet, right? Our planet is in chaos. There's a lot of war. There's a lot of dispute. There's disharmony in relationships. And yet, there's also magic, growth, healing, power, and co-creation. So we have to bring the disharmony into balance and alignment, and we have to heal the places in us that are out of a state of unity. Okay, so we gave you really awesome incense cones with your kit tonight, which are a combination of oak moss. I'm a perfumer, as a lot of you know, and oak moss in the US, they only put it in men's colognes, but it intoxicates me, so I wear it. I probably smell like men's cologne, but I love oak moss and patchouli and all the really deep, sexy, like, these are all roots, right? Oak moss, we work with the root. Vetiver, we work with the root. Patchouli, we work with the herb and the root. So if you love these cones, it's probably because you love all those deep notes. There's also amber, which is an intoxicant for your central nervous system, brings passion. There's violet leaf, which is anti-aging. So we've been talking about aging tonight. It'll help you age more gracefully. I'm going to burn this right into my sage bowl, but I do want you to light your incense cone. And I'm going to teach you. We make these in-house at SG. Like everything we bring. It's homemade. So you want to light it. Make sure it's burning. Watch the flame. That's its own form of a meditation, honestly. Blow it out, let the smoke move, and then if you don't want to use the whole thing, you can actually put it out almost like you would put out a cigarette. But I want it to burn, so I'm going to leave it here. And then Luis, who's here, may be responsible for removing it from the room if it's too much. Amber gives you a headache? Oh, Lord. Okay, so I want you to really drop in with me now. I'm going to use this time I have with you wisely, as a Virgo would do. So this is the Earth Star singing bowl. I don't have these for sale. They completely sold out at the holidays. We had them custom made. I didn't even get one. And so I made sure that there would be one available for me. So I don't have them for you, unfortunately. But it is a big root sound. So I'm going to stand up because I really want you to feel the vibration of it. It is supposed to bring you into your tailbone. So you should feel this, if you're laying down, you should feel it like right at the base of your spine. Let your breath fall naturally. So this is not about forcing your breath. This is about letting your breath be. And again, you should feel this like below the ovaries, below the testes. This should be right at the base of your spine. And what it should do is ground you, connect you, stabilize you, bring a sense of deep peace to you, and really feel you, like help you feel like you're one with nature. It's kind of like when you go out on the earth barefoot and you stand completely connected to the grass or to the earth, whatever you have. Even bare dirt, which is better. I have a little patch of bare dirt in my yard on purpose because I don't want grass. So again, be with your breath. Yeah, it's your base note, which that's where the word comes from. That's where the energy comes from, right? So it's like activating everything from the hips down. There's mantras for this, right? Even in English, like I am safe, I am well, I'm connected, I am worthy, right? I belong here, this is my home. Everything, right? And then you can violin this thing too, you don't have to play it all the way around. And I'll go a little bit deeper for a second, just so you really feel it. We don't have these bowls because they're so hard to make. To you. Your left hand receives, your right hand projects. Another deep breath there. The Earth Star chakra comes from your feet, the soles of your feet, down into the planet and into the core. So it really is the chakra that takes you to the bones and the stones. It's like your ancestors. It's the core of the planet. Okay. As soon as I touch it, it stops. You want more? At the end, I'll give it to you. We have so much to do tonight. I would bury you into the core of the planet for the rest of the night if I could, but we have things to do. Okay. So I'm gonna light my candle. I'm gonna open my circle. We're gonna make some magic together. Are you ready? Are you ready for magic? I am so ready for magic. I am so done with not having magic. You still feel it? It's because I got you. My playlist just changed. Like it was on command. Honestly. You ready? I can only do this with your permission. I'm going to take you to Mexico tonight. That's the magic of the jungle that I experienced on my birthday, so I'm excited to bring it to you. Okay. So I'm going to briefly talk about the werewolf. So what does the werewolf represent? It's transformation. It is the mythical creature that goes from wolf to hybrid creature at the full moon, and we howl. Have you ever howled at the moon? I have wolves and coyotes where I live, and I live across from a wide open field. And one night there were two at the full moon. It was like 6 months ago, and they were literally howling. And I just went out in my front yard, I looked like a fucking crazy person, and howled with them, like, ooh, at the moon. But you know, like, part of you wants to do this. There's a primal kind of, like, the goddess in you remembers these things. In the old ancient days, we were in the temples, lighting the torches, burning the incense, opening the circles, creating the magic. We were the oracle, right? So we remember these moments when we look at the moon and we feel this divine connection, like, and I'm old enough where I don't give a fuck if my neighbors call and say, excuse me, 911, like, my neighbor's howling at the moon, what do I do? But yeah, I think magic is on the menu tonight, and there's a lot of magic to be had, so we're gonna do a little bit of it together. Okay, so we burned our incense. We gave you incense instead of perfume this month, which I think is great because I get a little tired of oils. I need a little bit of fire for me to sustain my own burn. You ready? Okay, so again, bring your energy into present time. Sit up nice and straight, fix your spine, align the back of your skull with the tailbone. That'll bring all the energy through. Remember, that's your central channel. That's where all of your energy is running. So everything is running from the back of your neck all the way down to the base of your spine. So that's where you want to be really, really nice and straight. If you're laying down, just really imagine stretching that space out and straightening it so you're connected with the floor. And no harm, no foul, but my full moon drum is not here. So, I have my backup drum, also by Velislav, so who's my drum maker in Ukraine. Oh, I wish I could turn the camera for you. There's crazy formations in the clouds. It's like, it looks like a wolf. It really does. Hi Charlotte, I do see you. I'm so happy you're here. Now drop in with me. Just be here now. This is your time. I do these ceremonies for you. They're free, they're live. I do it every month. I've done it forever. This is about your body, your mind, your spirit. I'm just here to be a channel. Take a deep breath. Let it out, make a sound. So we always begin in the east. Welcoming in the guides and the guardians of the eastern direction, element of air. New breath, new life, new visions, new love, new cycles. At the full moon, you shine your light. Bringing in magic, bringing in power, possibility. It's in the sky. I wish I could take a picture for you, but just imagine. It's beautiful. And the eastern guardians are here. We welcome in the south. Element of fire, this is transformation and courage, passion, intensity. Different energy from tonight. It's the opposite polar energy actually, but it's okay because we need the fire to understand the earth. Playing with my playlist. So guardians of the south are here, and then calling in the guides and the guardians of the west. Emotional healing, renewal, clearing. This is opening your heart to love, to peace, to abundance. And the guys and the guardians of the west are here. And then guides and guardians of the north. This is for you, Virgo. Grounding, patience, peace, presence, protection. In the north, we slow it down and really get into our bodies. The earth signs, Virgo, teaches us how to be in our body. And then we always call in the guides and the guardians of magic, ether, Akash, the element of spirit, to animate the four other elements, the east, the south, the west, and the north, to make magic. And the guides and the guardians of the element of spirit are here. And together we say, Amen, Aho. So it is. And that is magic for me. And yes, the drum is part of my process. And there's only one drum maker in the world who makes drums like him. So we love him. Yay! I'm happy you're here. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Is it foggy where you are? I should send you. After I'm done, I will take a picture because it probably won't be dark yet. I love that we still have sunlight at 6:30 here. So I'll take a picture and send it to you. Aho. Yaho to all our relations. Okay. So now, a story, if I can. I have a few minutes with you. So, shamanic journey is really what we're talking about tonight, okay? And what is a shamanic journey? So shamanism, a lot of people think it belongs to Central America, South America, even parts of the United States, but it really doesn't. Shamanism began in Siberia, in the northernmost tips of Asia. And at the time that shamanism began, thousands of years ago, our planet looked really different. The continents were connected differently. So there was actually a migration path from Siberia into northern Mexico, Sonora, and then down through central Mexico and into South America. So we have a whole lineage that takes us actually to these really remote places, cold places. And the origins of shamanism are about understanding that there are four elements. We talked about them tonight, right? East, south, west, and north, which we always call them in. That's the horizontal axis, but there's a vertical axis. And that vertical axis takes us from the core of the planet, which is the stones and bones, it's where your ancestors are buried, to the middle world, which is you and me right now and enjoying each other's company and time, to the upper world, which is the angels, archangels, and of course ascended masters and light teachers. And so we have these two axes that we work on in shamanism. One of the most important things for me is to work with the middle world, which for me is what wolf and werewolf energy is all about. It's great to connect to your ancestors, right? And to know your lineage. I know mine really well. I'm super proud of it. I talk about it all the time. It's great to be connected to your angels and your archangels. They are there. They're present to help you and hold the space. But magic happens in the present time, which is the sort of the cross point of the vertical axis and the horizontal axis. So it's between the elements and the worlds. And that's what Virgo teaches us, to be here now. So when you hear spiritual teachers and people like me talk about mindfulness and presence and manifestation, the reality is, if it isn't happening in your world right now, it's not real, right? The human experience is in this moment. And so what these middle world teachers like Wolf and Werewolf, and there's so many middle world teachers, and even we are teachers to each other, what those energies teach us is how to be in this present moment. The past doesn't exist anymore. We have to let it go, transmute it, transform it, appreciate it, release it. That's not what we're doing tonight, because the full moon is not about releasing, right? It's about attracting, illuminating, and magnifying. So we're not really releasing tonight. The future hasn't happened to you yet, and it's not predictable. You can set intentions for it and watch the future unfold. And of course, all time is happening now, right? It's all like these, it's like pages of a book. But this present moment is what you really have to enjoy. And so the middle world is like, can you be here now? And it teaches you to appreciate the 5 human senses, right? Everything that you taste. I'm a foodie. Taste is big to me. Everything that you smell smells really important to me. Everything that you touch. So physical touch, one of my love languages, probably yours too. What do you touch? What do you feel? What's your sensual connection to the planet? Also textures. I love things that are soft. I love things that are deep, right? Like, how do you connect to the world on a physical level? Your hearing. So music is important to me. Sound is important to me. Making sure I play music in my home 24 hours a day. As a lot of you know, I curate these playlists for you. So it's never quiet in my house. I love to have vibrational music playing. And your sight. What do you see? I love to create beauty. I want my world to be beautiful. I want to see beauty, manifest beauty, look at beautiful things. I love art, right? So tonight at this Virgo full moon, I want you to think about where in your life you need more sensual experience. And I mean that literally in the root of the word, your senses. So what do you need to touch? What do you need to feel? I love your comments, by the way. It's cool to hear. Like, where are you missing something? If it's physical touch, then you have to create an environment where physical touch is part of your tactile experience, right? If it's taste, what are you missing? Or what are your taste buds sort of longing for? One of my mentors, which is really a funny thing to tell you, but one of the things she has taught me, and she's in her crone phase, so I really pay attention. I love older people and their wisdom. One of the things I've learned from her is every day she decides what she's going to eat in the morning based on her desire. So, like, what do you desire today? Today you might desire a certain kind of food for breakfast and a certain lunch and dinner, and then tomorrow you might desire something else. And actually, if you eat according to your desires, you maintain your weight really effortlessly and you feel better, right? Rather than like, I'm going to eat this thing every day, or I'm going to drink this thing every day. If you shift if you really tune into like, what does my taste require today? Is it sour? Is it salt? And then the same with all of this, right? Like, what do you want to smell right now? What really would turn you on? Or like, and you can even look online and say, okay, I really want to smell something earthy or deep, and it'll teach you about vetiver and patchouli and all of these, right? So it's sensory play, which takes us back to basics. When we were children, we were developing what we loved to see and smell and taste, right? Our parents would give us a food and we would taste it and go, well, that tastes like shit, and spit it out or whatever. Like my kids, I tease my kids, but like, you know, their high chair was like here, and then like the floor all around it was like whatever I put in front of them that they didn't like. And I very quickly realized like what was working and what wasn't working. And that was play for me. Like, look at them. They hate that thing. They should love it, but they hate it. And then have you noticed that your taste develops over time? Certain flavors, for me, even as an adult, like I've become more in desire of them as I've gotten older. And certain things when I was young, I was like, I don't want that, right? And it's different for each of us, which is what makes the whole experience really unique and special. So I want you to close your eyes for a minute, and I want you to, because tonight's theme is Awaken and Transform. Where in your human sensory experience. I'm not talking about your extrasensory perception. I'm not talking about your intuition. I'm not talking about your psychic gifts, because Virgo, God bless you, you're not super interested in that all the time. You're interested, can I see it? Can I touch it? Can I taste it? Can I smell it? Can I hear it? Give me the physical experience. And Virgo's a good teacher in that way. So I want you to think for just a minute as we drop into this space a little more deeply. And I'm just going to invite in all of our guides and guardians, ancestor spirits who have crossed to the light, can be in service to us. Light beings, ascended masters from all dimensions, timelines. Just inviting everybody in. My mentor always says all the cool kids. Right? Just so official and not official. And so ask your spirit guides tonight, where is it that I'm missing one of my senses? We go through periods in our life when we're super tactile, like physical touch, and then periods where we are not, and we have to re-engage with that sense. We go through periods where we eat the same thing every day, and periods where we are super experimental with our palate, and that's exciting too. We have to let go of Western ideas about how to eat too, because you don't need to eat the same amount of food every day. Some days you're super active and you should, be eating a lot of food, and some days you're not, and you should be eating less. So we have to kind of look at how we have learned about food and taste and all of that too. So what is it for you guys? Did we lose you on YouTube? Oh no. I'll know in just a minute if I lost you, because Team SG will come running in. Shannon says, I'm a Virgo, I'm missing all of the senses according to my kids. Well, and some of us have had experiences of like losing our senses temporarily and then regaining them, which has been a whole powerful experience too. Am I fine? Okay, good. It is true that Americans eat too much food, but our portion sizes are not regulated to what we need. Okay, good. We're all good. Thank you, Danielle and Kirsten and Heather, for letting me know. Okay, so you can let me know where you're increasing the vibration tonight or decreasing the vibration based on what you need, but I want you to take a moment to check in. And I want you to, as we drop into sort of a deeper state of visualization, I want you to imagine, if you can let go of your physical self for just a moment and really connect to who you are as a soul and a spirit and a channel. That's really what we are. We're just these big sort of vibrating beams of light that connect with each other through different means, right? I want you to see if just for a moment, just temporarily, can you release the connection to your physical self, your physical body, and move into a space where you're really just connecting on the level of your soul and your spirit? If I could wave a wand and fulfill all of those elemental, tactile, sensual needs, what would that look like for you? And again, beyond your roles, like often we think of ourselves, like I think of myself as a mom and a, CEO of a company and a friend and a sister and all these things. But like if we can move beyond just our roles to each other, what I am to you, what you are to me, and get into who am I as a soul, what did I come here to do, and what's my passion? And then breathe into that space for just a minute. What would that look like for you to shift? Since tonight's all about awakening and transforming and moving into a different state of consciousness. So for me, what this looks like is feeling less into the past and more into the present and the future. And what I'm needing on all of those levels is really shifting and changing. And again, run yourself through the 5, right? Like, what do I need to taste? What do I need to smell? What do I need to feel? What do I need to hear? All of those different levels and layers of your experience. And then, of course, at the full moon, the main work that we do is we draw down this light and we direct it to one place, one source. So tonight, in Muggle language, we call this making wishes. In magical language, we call this, shape-shifting. we call this magic. We call this vibrational alignment, right? So what is it tonight with that big full moon? And that, again, that sunset, I really should like stop and take a picture. It's so beautiful tonight. With that big full moon, if you can cast that light in any one place of your part of your life, your work, your personal life, your professional life, your relationship with your kids, your relationship with your partner, where do you want to send that energy, that frequency and vibration tonight? And if you can send it, obviously under a Virgo full moon, you're going to be best aspected or more successful if you put it toward work, health, and service. Who do I serve? Who do I work with? Who do I heal? So I'm going to take just a moment with my own light to really send that with Rainbow Moonstone. You want to see the sunset? So beautiful. I wish you were here. Honestly, with every minute, it's changing and it's so gorgeous. I promise I'll post it for you. It's so pretty. But even that is Virgo, right? Like, I'm with you. I'm fully here with you in this moment. And yet I can still notice how the colors are shape shifting outside the window and be in full gratitude for that. So I'm going to send that healing energy through my soul to you. And that's what double terminated wands are for, right? Sending and receiving. You want me to do? Okay, I'm going to take a picture right now. I promise I won't stop again, but I just have to. By the way, Paxton is turning 1. Isn't it cute? Hard to believe. My baby. Okay, I'm going to take a picture and I'll post it later. Thank you for letting me do that. Okay, so Carmen is sending healing to her son, Nick. It's the same for Suzette with health. So where is your health needing illumination? What parts of your physical body need deeper alignment, more connection, more touch, more, what are these senses that are missing from you? Can you believe he's 1? I know. I adopted my dog. I rescued him. He rescued me, I think. I did. Okay. So what else is it for you? Weight and mental for Luna. Yeah. So where this comes in, the mental side is mental health, right? So this is where we need healing around anxiety, depression, overthinking, overanalyzing. Like I said, if you have a Virgo moon, you tend to overthink everything. And sometimes it's not about thinking your way through a problem or a challenge. It's about feeling your way through. Right? So instead of asking like, okay, what can I, like thinking to yourself, what can I do differently, or how do I need to approach this? Like feel into your body. Where does your body feel tension or pain? And then like consciously releasing that wherever that is. A lot of us, it's in the lower body, right? So it's the lower back, it's the sciatica, right? It's that the vagus nerve that touches every organ. So like, how do you release tension there? Eyesight, which again comes back to your senses, right? If you're challenged with eyesight, this is one of your human senses. Virgo touches this place. So how do you, like, are you needing to rest your eyes more? As we get older, it's really important during the day to stop. Nobody tells us this. And close your eyes. We take in so much information through our eyes. Have you ever tried, and this is a really good healing tip for a Virgo full moon from me to you. If you are at the same time listening, touching something, smelling something, hearing something, and seeing something, you are overwhelmed. I even do this with my kids. So when my kids are overwhelmed, it's like, so stop touching anything. Close your eyes. Turn all the sound off. Right? Clear the palate. Don't eat anything. Don't smell anything. And watch how your body comes back into alignment. We're just overstimulated, right? We're constantly taking in information. How many tabs are open on your computer? How many, what do they call them on your phone, right? I'm constantly like closing all the tabs and the screens on my phone. And the younger generation is not learning this. Those of us who grew up in the 70s and 80s, we didn't have cell phones and Snapchats and TikToks and all the things. So we learned how to be in our bodies because we got bored, right? And then this next generation, your children and mine, They're anxious, they're stressed out, they're overthinking because they don't know how to shut it all off. And again, this Virgo full moon is like, so bringing that light into where are you overstimulated? Are you taking in too much through your eyes, through your taste buds? Are you overeating, overthinking, oversmelling? And then reduce, right? Cut everything in half. Take your own phone away. It's really good advice. Do I always follow it? No, I picked up my own fucking phone and took a picture while we're alive, but I had a very important purpose for doing that. Okay, you ready? So curl in and then roll your shoulders back and straighten that spine. Bring the back of your skull into direct line with your tailbone. So when I went to Mexico in August, I worked with a shaman, and that's part of how these incredible whistles came to you. So he had one for each of the 4 directions. And he worked with Wolf in the north. So I thought, what a perfect tool for you tonight to connect with this energy of Virgo, this earth energy, right? So we're going to breathe together. I'm going to whistle with you. If you have your tools, this came to you. By the way, the value of these whistles is like more than the price of the toolkit. I don't know how we did it. They're all handmade in Mexico. But it was really beautiful. I was sitting with him in the middle of the jungle, sweating to death, really practically naked because you really can't wear clothes in the jungle. And it was August. And I'm sitting at his altar and I'm looking out at his manta, his altar cloth, and he's got everything organized by the elements and the directions. And we were speaking in Spanish, and he just said, I just want you to let me whistle for you, right? And it was just this moment of like, I'm just gonna shut off all my senses. I'm not tasting, I'm not smelling, I'm not touching, just listening. So I want you to shut off all your other senses, close your eyes, roll your shoulders back, don't touch anything. You can touch whatever you want when we're done. And we're gonna use our breath, right, which is one of our most important tools. In the West, we're afraid to breathe and make sounds. I don't know what it is, like I've noticed this with shamanic traditions. When you go to other countries, like hearing your breath and your exhale and all of your sounds is really important. And then we come to the West and we're like, we're in yoga, we're in shavasana, and nobody wants to hear each other breathe. And it's like, even I fall for it, like. And then I get into a better circle and I go, So we're going to breathe. We're going to make sounds. You ready? Your body makes noises and they're sacred. You ready? You have to blow on it. Let it all out. You have to completely empty the diaphragm, right? So every time you do it, it gets deeper. So full inhale here. Right? If you're a shallow breather, stop it. You won't be. Keep doing it. You're a shallow breather because you're doing it once and then you're moving on. You're one of the people who's like, I don't want to hear myself breathe, right? Your stomach growls. Take it deeper. It's fun, isn't it? Once you let your body start behaving like a human body, it's amazing the freedom that happens. And I'll tell you something, it heals you. It can literally heal your stomach, your entire digestive system. It can heal your spine and your back. Like We are all like this all the time. Drop in, make noise, take up your space, right? Just take a breath with me. Again, if you go into shamanic circle outside the US, you're going to hear a whole bunch of breathing. They're going to move all your energy with it. And your dog's going to come and fucking howl with me. Ready? I'm going to do it for Paxton later. You got to breathe. You feel it in your legs? You feel it anywhere else? Breathe with me. Ready? Just breathe. Push it out of the diaphragm. And again, inhale. Now let's breathe. And we'll howl one more time. Feels good, doesn't it? Now you know why I wanted you to have one. Nah, Jamie. Jamie and I are ceremony sisters, so she knows. The only way to get through ceremony literally is like, if you saw me in ceremony, it's like me like so if you're scared of sound, you would be feeling weird with me. Ready? Big deep breath in. Ready? Luis just came in, so I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. You thought this was going to be a well-behaved ceremony because it's Virgo, and it just wasn't going to be. Let me turn down the music for you guys. Okay, you ready? Now again, I want to go back to the breath. So this is the ceremony tonight, right? This is the ceremony. It's about you connecting with your breath. Your breath sounds different ways. When you're just, so I love to breathe like intimately, right, in partnership. Whereas just because if you don't breathe loud, you can hear the heartbeat, right? We're turning down the music for you. Yeah, it's a big fire breath. It's the pranayama, right? And you can play with your nostrils too. I'm sure you know this. You can use your index fingers or your ring fingers. So try inhaling. Just through your left nostril, hold 1, 2, 3, and exhale with your right. Right? And it's very different from if you don't have the whistle, try your breath with your mouth, right? Empty the heart. Get to the ovaries and the testes. I'm making you dizzy. Okay. Now, I'm going to take 1 minute. If you want to get dizzy with me, do this. If you don't. Okay? And we're going to do a little breath work. If you have asthma, heart conditions, don't like to feel high, this is like where you put your earmuffs on and you go do something else for a minute, okay? If you don't, we're going to do the thing. Ready? Okay, just for 1 minute. You ready? Want to go there with me? Breathwork is the continuous inhalation and exhalation which oxygenates your brain and takes you to a deep state of meditation without using any substances or altering your state of mind or consciousness. Yeah. If you're dizzy, eat something, drink water, and don't do this part. Ready? If you're ready, I'm going to do it. Ready? 1 minute. That felt good. And just bring it back to your regular breath. So let your body breathe you now. You're not breathing your body. So just the inhale and exhale at your own pace. Through your nose, through your mouth. That felt really good. It gets me right in my spots. I love that Heather's guinea pigs are really confused. If I had a guinea pig, it would be confused. And Christiana's cat ran away. This isn't a ceremony for cats. It's for werewolves and dogs. And then come back. Okay, so what we're going to do now. Feel good? Did you do it? Did you breathe with me? Nice thing is you're not on camera, so I don't see you. You can do whatever you want. Did you breathe with me or you coughed? Just do the breathing. All right, now, again, Virgo Full Moon. So, we've been using our breath, which is really powerful. We're getting into our body, and all that breath work takes you deeper into your diaphragm, into your heart. Takes you into your thymus. Actually helps to regulate your hormones. It does. Settles you in to your lower chakras. Helps you feel safe, grounded, connected, and whole. It's better than any glass of wine I can give you. Honestly, when people are like, I can't do ceremony, I can't smoke weed, I can't drink wine, I'm always like, breathe with me. I can get you somewhere really fast. I'm glad I took that picture because the sunset changed. So what is your wish? Again, under Virgo, what you govern. You're a healer. You're detail oriented. You're here to serve. You're here to work. But your work is your service. It's your passion. It's your power. Let your breath breathe you. We're not governing it now, unless you want to get really high and just keep going. That's your business. I'm the ringleader, so I gotta stay present. I can get really downtown with the breath. God, Goddess, Great Spirit, source of all that is, all that was, and all that will ever be. We thank you for this beautiful full moon, the light it shines on our health, our work, our service, our connection to each other, the details. For me, the way I love, the way I connect, the way I express desire and passion through the body. For each one of us who's here tonight, please see us, our intentions, wishes, and the ways we are directing this light toward one purpose, one passion, one outcome. Please bless each person here, all their relations, the ones they love and know, the lives they touch, the places they travel, and all that they do. Bless their minds with peace and ease. Release, relieve the overthinking, help them feel deeper into the moment, into the process, and all they are meant to do on this planet. And together we say, Amen. Aho. So it is. Arr. Arr. And if you've got coyotes and wolves in your front yard, like I do sometimes, scare your neighbors. It's fun. I really thought my neighbors thought I was insane for the first 5 years I lived in my house. This is a true story, okay? Fucking nuts. Because I do weird shit. I'm not going to go into details, but, there's things that happen, right? And then COVID hit. And, nobody could go anywhere. So I was like, I'm going to hang out with my neighbors. And it turned out they all followed Sage Goddess. I swear to God. I was like, what? And they were like, no, seriously. And then I reached out to them. I'm like, I think it's cool. It would be cool to meet, right? Like, I'm lonely. Like, I'm stuck in my, and so they invited like their other family members over, and they're like, we know who you are. And I was like, really? And I was like, do you think it's weird? And they were like, yeah, it's awesome. And we do it too. And I was like, so now we have a relationship. And now they do weirder stuff outside than they used to. Nobody's calling the cops at my house. And that is a Virgo full moon for you. It took COVID, honestly. I was like, you don't think I'm weird? And they're like, yeah, but I mean, we know who you are. So cheers, and thank you to people who let it be weird. It was a moment. I was like, you too? And you too? Wait, you too? And they're like, yeah. It was cool. It was a moment. I know. I live in a really conservative place. So sometimes you look around and you're like, I'm the weird one. We are the weirdos, people. Right? And then it's like, I'm not the weirdest one. That was really good. So let's release those guides and guardians. They've been very patient with us. We always begin where we ended. Releasing the guides and guardians of spirit. Thank you for animating the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west, bringing the element of spirit, which makes us believe in magic. Listen, if you go out in your backyard tonight and you go, I'm not responsible for what happens with your neighbors, but I'm very proud of you and I will support you. So we release the guides and the guardians of spirit. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the north. Patience, peace, protection. We release you too. We are the weirdos, mister. That's the craft. If you haven't seen it, that's your homework for tonight. Thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the west. Emotional healing, renewal, reset, balance, prosperity, abundance. We release you. Thanking and releasing the guides and guardians of the south. Transformation. Shape-shifting tonight, which was definitely on the menu. We had to release a lot of work tonight in order to get to this place of grounding. And then thanking and releasing the guides and the guardians of the east. New beginnings, new cycles, new possibilities. And with that, we say thank you. Listen, you wouldn't be here if you weren't weird. But remember, the word weird comes from the Old English, and it means wise. So when someone's like, you're so weird, be like, yeah, I'm really smart. What else you got? Oh. Okay, so next month's full moon. By the way, if you are here, please like this if you liked it, and subscribe. We'd love to have you. Instagram, we are at the Sage Goddess. You can follow me on my personal Facebook, Athena Perrakis. We're also Sage Goddess only on Facebook. So we'd love to have you on the social medias. We're on TikTok too. And then we are here every full moon. So the next full moon is not tonight. It's Libra. My necklace, I'm giving it away. You're going to have a good time getting it off of me because I really think it's sexy. Earlier I had my shawl kind of pulled down and I was like, this is really hot. So this is all Rainbow Moonstone, charged with the full moon in Virgo. It will come to you if you get your, one of you is going to win it if you get your full moon tools for Libra. Can you bring that over to me? Libra is a different full moon. It's creativity, passion. I'm so glad you had fun tonight, by the way. It was so fun to have you here. Really, it was. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And we've been doing it forever. So if you love it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then we'll see you next month for the Libra full moon. So the Libra full moon kit, here's why you need this full moon kit. And the whistle, by the way, was part of tonight's kit. I have thoroughly infected mine. So mine is officially used. Lipstick not included. So you can have mine. But we do have some of these whistles at sagegoddess.com. Your code today is... Fuck, I always forget the code. What's the code, Karen? I really always forget it. I think it's werewolf. See, this is where I'm not a Virgo. I don't know the details. That's not my job. Okay, so next month with Libra, we are working with the sirens. So tonight was werewolf, which is like, again, it's like wolf to werewolf to, you know, human to, you know, it's all the shape shifting. Next month, we're talking about bad girls who sing songs to sailors and make them lose their way, but they enchant them with desire and passion. And they come from Greek mythology, which is my lineage and tradition. So I'm teaching you all about the sirens at the Libra full moon. The tools are Siren Symphony Candle. If you're collecting the candles, I think it's kind of cool. Siren Song Perfume, which is, let me give you the notes. Benzoin for healing, lemon balm, jasmine, eucalyptus, seaweed absolute, which might not sound really beautiful, but seaweed absolute is really powerful and it connects you with the underworld, the underwater. For me, it's Poseidon energy. It's very intoxicating. And then the you get this really cool perfume bottle too. I'm about pretty things. So we're sending that to you. And then, but the heartbeat of the kit, we made a tuning fork tuned to the frequency of the moon and an activator that has the symbol of the moon on the front. And this is the 210 frequency, which is associated with the divine feminine desire orgasm. So what do you do with a tuning fork? Well, you strike it. That's a striker. Can you hear it? Then you bring it through anywhere around your body. 2 feet around you is your auric field. And then anything you touch, including your body, gets attuned to that frequency. And then I cook a lot, like every day. And even in your beverages of choice, you can attune it to that frequency and then drink it. There's 1,000 other things to do with tuning forks too, but this will be a constant tool in your collection, and these were custom made just for the kit. So that's your mooning fork. It's not what it's called. That's what I'm choosing to call it. How are you feeling? A little buzzy? It's good because the Virgo full moon can be kind of like a buzzkill. I wanted to bring you up a little bit before I bring you back down. So thank you for being here tonight. The kit is at sagegoddess.com. Karen, who's here, has given you the link. You know where to go and you know what to do. And I was really happy that you were here tonight. Now, I dropped that. It's Friday. Do you know what that means? 2 days from now, we have class. So I'm teaching from home on Sunday, which is really cool. It's called Sacred Circle. I'm cooking with you, and I'm teaching you candle magic. I will be live with you from 4 to 6 p.m. from my house, which is going to be really, really fun. It's our first Sacred Circle from my own house, my own kitchen. And so if you want to join us, sagegoddess.com/apothecary. You can actually join just that class. I think it's, how much is it a month? Sacred Circle? 40? 40? Come on. Or you can join the whole program, which is really fun, and you can look online at sagegoddess.com/apothecary for more information. But if you want to be live with me from my kitchen Sunday afternoon, I've got magic for you. We're going to cook and do all the things. You spit out your drink. It is a mooning fork. Lesbipire. I can call it whatever I want. And we're going to moon each other with it next month. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. Thank you to Team SG. Thank you to all of you for being here. I love you guys. This was fun tonight, wasn't it? You thought you were going to be bored. I'll see you soon. Have a good evening, everybody. And I never know how to stop all the shit. So Jared's going to come and like make all of this shut off because that's not my job. I don't know how to.